What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Encanto. So Encanto is a brand new animated film coming out of Walt Disney Pictures, and yeah, right out of the gate I'll go ahead and say I really thoroughly enjoyed this film. I wanted to get the review out for this movie a lot sooner, as well as reviews for House of Gucci and the Resident Evil reboot that came out this week, but with everything going on here in the States in terms of Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I just wasn't 100% able to do that, on top of work as well, because most of these movies actually dropped on Tuesday this week for the holiday week, so that kind of put me off a little bit. But here we are talking about Encanto, the one out of those three that drew me in the most. I'm a huge Disney fan. I've talked about that here on the channel on a million occasions. And so yeah, one thing I want to praise before we get even far into this is the music. This film, like a lot of other Disney animated films, has great music from beginning to end that really fleshes out the story, the characters, leads into a lot of really funny moments, a lot of emotional moments, and overall it's just really great music that was really entertaining to watch, as well as the visuals that accompanied this music. The music in this film is done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who has done so many things in the last few years, but yeah, you can definitely feel his stamp on this film when it comes to the music. And yeah, I really enjoyed that flavor that he brings to things, as well as that rap style that he brings into these very melodic songs that I think really works for the kind of style of music that he creates. And now, kind of being a little bit more familiar with music that he's made in the last few years for various films, it's very easy to kind of feel his presence in the music writing process whenever you watch something that he was involved in. So as I was watching this, definitely felt his stamp on this while I was watching it, but definitely want to praise him as well. Really enjoyed the music throughout the course of the film. It kind of got me more gripped in as the film was going on, and as we start to feel the tension that's building in the story, you really are able to kind of dive deeper into these songs. And I do have to praise Lin-Manuel Miranda for the music that he did create in this film. If you're not familiar with what Encanto is all about, it follows a family in Colombia who long ago was given this miracle to their family via a candle, a magic that allows their family to all have different abilities. On top of that, this magic also created their home that in and of itself is also a character that speaks to them and kind of builds itself. It'll like move things for them, and it is a character. The home itself is alive. And so you have these various family members that at a certain age, all of them have been given the opportunity to gain some sort of miracle, some sort of gift. You have somebody in the family who's really strong, somebody in the family who can literally heal people with their food, somebody who has the ability to bloom flowers and is kind of perfect, somebody else that can speak to animals. And then we have our main character in the film, played by Stephanie Beatriz, who's the character of Mirabel, and she is the only person in the family who never got her power. That's where the predictability element of this film definitely kicks in. If you've seen any movie like this, even just hearing that premise, you're following the one character who never gained their powers, and over the course of the film, they're gonna discover this power within them. They're gonna discover something that makes them special, even though they don't really feel special when the movie starts. So when it comes to that, yeah, there's definitely a predictability element, but man, it really comes down to the execution, because I really love this film. Not too long into the film, they start to learn that their magic is not working 100% and that there's something broken within their family and within their home. And then it's up to Mirabel to save her family and kind of mend the broken element of her home and her family. And what I really enjoyed about this film is that beyond the great music, beyond the phenomenal animation where you could literally see the hairs and the pores on these characters' arms and necks, which is just insane that we're even at that point, beyond the technical elements of this film being absolutely phenomenal, with great voice acting, again, great animation, great visuals, colorful, vibrant, fantastic music, a really great score throughout. Outside of all those excellent elements, you have a really great story here about family. And as somebody who grew up in a Hispanic family that was very lively and loving at the very beginning, but has seen that family kind of break apart as the years have gone on, even leading up to something that recently happened in my family, it's a movie that definitely tugs on the heartstrings. It definitely makes you, recognize, those that you do have around you, and how the memories of having a family or spending time with your family can be really, really powerful. And so I really thoroughly enjoyed that about this film. On top of that, there's a lot of other really great messages in this film. Like I mentioned, Mirabel is the only one who does not have a gift. She does not have a power of any sort, but she's seeing the kids in her families and the adults in her family all have it. So there is that element of kind of feeling like you're left behind. You know, I think a lot of times as we get older, we see people who are younger than us and older than us, who are moving faster than us in life, progressing, and we kind of feel like there's nothing special about us. We kind of feel like we're being left behind. And I really thoroughly enjoyed the way that this film tackled that kind of a message. And over the course of the film, I definitely found myself more and more ingrained in the story, more and more ingrained in those messages. And it was definitely making me think about life and how I can, you know, kind of take these different lessons that they're talking about in the film and kind of apply them to my own life or relate to them just on that level alone. I definitely want to shout out the directors of this film as well. There's 3 credited directors that I saw on IMDb. You have Jared Bush, Cherise, Castro Smith, and Byron Howard. I think they directed the ever-living fuck out of this movie. Genuinely sorry for my French there, but yeah, overall I think this is a really incredibly well-made animated film that has a lot of heart, a lot of charm, really great performances throughout, a lot of great music. I think this is a movie that's going to resonate more with adults because there's a lot more adult and, you know, just older people, more experienced people themes that you can pull from. But this is something that I think is really going to be entertaining for young kids. It's definitely going to be something that highlights families. If you are somebody who has a big family with a lot of people who you can definitely relate to a lot of the struggles that come with that, you know, a lot of the drama that's built up, but also how that all can be mended together. Yeah, I think you'll be able to really thoroughly enjoy this film. If you're somebody who doesn't really have a family, you don't really have people that you're connected with in that way, and your family is just kind of broken without repair, yeah, maybe this movie won't land 100% great for everybody. But yeah, by the time the movie was over, I found myself getting emotional at different points. There was definitely moments where my eyes were getting all misty. I started to kind of feel the tears coming. And so yeah, in a classic Disney fashion, they definitely lean into pulling on the heartstrings and making you think about life and those around you while you're watching the movie. So yeah, overall, really thoroughly enjoyed this film. I thought the cast was fantastic, the voice cast from beginning to end. Really want to praise again Stephanie Beatriz, who played our main character Mirabel, who I felt was really great. I thought she was going to be a little bit annoying at first, but as the film was progressing, I found myself really ingrained in her story and really feeling for her and being able to really relate with her. And ultimately, I found that the film did a good job of really telling a great family story that talks about how easily families can be broken and kind of sometimes where that stems from, and how, you know, a lot of times you just got to kind of start from scratch and build a new foundation to kind of create a new era for your family. And I think that this film really handled that very well. So that's going to be my thoughts on Encanto. A big thanks to you guys for watching. Please leave your thoughts down below. If you like this movie, you not like this movie, or you're going to see this movie, definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Again, like button, comment your thoughts, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.